Hi there, this is Jonathan Ginsberg. I'm a Social Security disability attorney, and today I'd like to talk to you about pursuing disability benefits if you've had past work as a home health care nurse or even a provider of health care in a nursing home or a private facility. And I find that I've had a lot of clients who've had that kind of work background, and it kind of makes sense if you think about it. These are folks that typically are dealing with a heavy physical burden. A lot of times they have to move people, and it could be a 150 to 250 pound person, a lot of times by themselves. They typically are not in it's an awkward move, meaning if someone is lying there and can't really help you and you're bent over, it can put a lot of stress on your lower back and neck, and obviously leads to lower back and neck problems. And then I think especially for folks who travel, they go from one job site to the next, they're engaged in intense physical activity, and then they sit in a car for 30 or 45 minutes, then go back to doing another bout of intensive physical activity. So it really leads to issues with the lower back. I think many times a lot of my clients with home health care backgrounds have mental health issues as well. A lot of times the people they're dealing with are not responsive or don't show much appreciation. That can be somewhat depressing to be in a job where you're doing difficult physical labor, you're helping somebody out, and you get really no positive feedback at all. Being in chronic pain can obviously be depressing, so it's not at all uncommon for people who've got chronic back or neck pain to also develop depression as well. And it's also very, very stressful because, again, you're dealing with people who don't necessarily appreciate what you're doing or take you for granted, and that can be a real problem. So, like I said, I see a lot of times lower back issues, I see neck and cervical issues, and a lot of times that leads to pain radiating either into the legs, if it's lower back, or radiating into the arms, if it's the upper, the neck, the upper back. A lot of times we'll see carpal tunnel arise from this. We'll see stress or aggravation in the elbows, in the shoulders. Sometimes rotator cuff issues happen. I'll see a lot of knee issues because people are bent over in an awkward position. They're putting a lot of stress on their knees and their ankles. So a lot of the big picture, a lot of times joints are impacted. Sometimes being under this constant physical stress and mental stress can even lead to the development of something like fibromyalgia. Although again, given that fibromyalgia is more difficult to prove in disability cases, I'd rather focus on the physical issues. So if you've had a background doing home health care where you're physically dealing with elderly or disabled people and having to move them and take care of them physically as well as mentally, it's not at all surprising that you would find yourself basically breaking down, wearing out over time, and then by the time you're in your late 40s, early 50s, you might not be able to continue that, and plus you have these chronic health issues that lead to a finding where perhaps you might be looking at filing for Social Security disability. So if you've had this kind of work background and you're starting to sense some of the problems that I'm describing here, please let me know. I'm happy to try to help you any way I can. If you have any questions about this or anything else, let me know that. Leave a comment in the comments section here. I'm going to post this both on YouTube and Facebook, and subscribe to our channels. I've got a lot of videos on YouTube and a lot of videos on Facebook. We have a Facebook page that's pretty robust and a YouTube channel that's very active. And again, reach out to me personally if you have any questions about your specific case. So for now, this is Jonathan Ginsberg. I appreciate your attention and I wish you well. Thanks a lot. Hi, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to know more about how to win your Social Security disability case, I'd like to invite you to download my Secrets to Getting Approved Early Survival Kit that I created just for people like you. Currently, I'm making the survival kit available at no cost, and I encourage you to grab your copy now. Some of the topics I cover include: how do I know if I have a case? Is it the right time for me to file my claim? 9 common mistakes that can doom your case. The 3 must-have arguments you use to win your case. And a topic that every disability claimant wants to know: how to avoid trick questions from the judge. If you or a loved one need to win Social Security disability benefits, you'll find the Survival Kit essential reading. Download your Survival Kit right now and at no cost. Just visit ssdanswers.com/survival and sign up. It's that easy. Please act now. And as always, I wish you the best.